Hey, welcome to another episode of Babbel Taste Test. My name is Esteban, I'm a Spanish Babbel Live teacher, and with me I have Noël, our German Babbel Live teacher, and Malcolm, our French Babbel Live teacher. And today we're going to have some food from my region. We're going to have some Ecuadorian and Peruvian food.
Where's the food?
But where is it?
Okay, if you concentrate and you think of it, it will appear.
Wow.
I can't believe it worked. Well, now I'm gonna make them like and subscribe. It worked again. All right, we're going to start with the starters or las entradas. I hope you like seafood.
I love seafood.
I love seafood.
Yes?
It smells already amazing.
All right. So here we have a couple of very important dishes for both Ecuador and Peru, which is the ceviche. So these are the two ceviches. One of them is Ecuadorian ceviche, and the other one is Peruvian ceviche. So I'm going to teach you how to say I want and I prefer. So if you want to say I want, you say yo quiero.
Yo quiero.
Yo quiero.
Very good. And to say I prefer, you would say yo prefiero.
Yo prefiero.
Yo prefiero.
Okay? So I'm going to say, for example, I want to start with this one. You're going to try both.
Okay.
And then afterwards, you're going to tell me which one you prefer. Okay? So, yo prefiero comenzar con este. I want to start with this one. Okay. Yo prefiero comenzar con este. So try both of them, and then you'll tell me which one you prefer.
I'm gonna try this one
Okay.
first.
How do you say to try in Spanish? I can try this.
Probar.
Probar.
Yo voy a probar.
Lo voy a probar. Okay.
And what kind of seafood do we have here? Is that squid fish?
This one is fish and squid, and this one is just fish. With ceviche, you can have either fish, or you can have shrimp, you can have squid, or you can have a combination of them.
Like a medley of different seafood. Okay.
Exactly.
I love the citric flavor.
Yeah.
Very good.
I like the sourness. It's got a lot of...
In Spanish, es agrio. When something is sour, es agrio.
Agrio? Very good.
Okay.
So good.
So where's this one?
Okay, try the other one,
Try the next
and then
one?
we'll see, and then I'll
Okay.
then
you
I'll
let me know.
then we'll
So we're not
see which one you
biased?
prefer. Yes,
Okay.
exactly. I'm not gonna tell you until you try it both.
It's so different from the texture. It's so dry.
Yeah. So much drier. I'm getting like cilantro in here. No?
That's what it is, yeah.
Yep, ceviche always has a lot of cilantro. We always put a lot of cilantro in both versions of the ceviche.
Yeah, it tastes a lot like onions.
Mhm.
The other one is more
Yeah.
seafood tasty, I guess.
Usually with ceviche, you will always have the cilantro, as you mentioned, the citrus flavor of lime, and onions. But usually we have ceviche at the beginning of a meal, of a seafood meal. But we enjoy it so much that a lot of people just eat a lot of ceviche, and that's it. It's also a very traditional food to eat when you're a hangover
Oh,
with a beer.
really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Big
I don't know if
ceviche.
I can see myself eating raw seafood having a hangover.
Well, if you have a little beer next to you, it will help.
That always helps.
Beer does help with hangovers, yeah.
Okay, so you've had both ceviches, and tell me which one you prefer.
Yo prefiero este. So,
Okay,
Yo prefiero
muy bien.
este.
Really?
Huh. So, the Ecuadorian ceviche, drum roll, is this one. Our ceviche has more of the broth of the juices, and so it's more kind of like a cold soup in a way. It's very liquid, so you eat it usually with a spoon. While Peruvian ceviche is always a little bit more dry. However, the preparation is very similar, and that helps us to introduce our next dish. This is called Leche de Tigre. And as you can see, it's kind of similar to the ceviche, to the Ecuadorian ceviche, because Leche de Tigre is just the juice
Okay.
of the Peruvian ceviche.
But then you
So-
still put stuff in there, right?
Yes, if you order just Leche de Tigre, usually they'll put some of the fish that they use.
Yeah.
And does it have a meaning? Leche de tigre?
Yes, Leche de Tigre means milk of a tiger.
A tiger.
Tiger's milk.
Tiger's milk. So
Where does the tiger come from?
Well, why don't you try it? And it's like, it punches you. It's like, it's wild.
It's a very fierce dish. Yeah.
Yes. But it's also dairy free. So if you're dairy free, no problem. You can have leche de tigre.
Okay.
Can you have cow's milk? No. Can you have tiger's milk? Yes.
Absolutely.
So let's try the leche de tigre. Tell me what you think. I guess it would be better with a spoon. We only have forks. Oh, here's a classic thing you could do too.
Just drink it.
It's spicy, isn't it?
Was that a slurping considered rude? Or
Yes, usually. But also, if you're hangover,
yeah, okay.
who's gonna judge
There's no
you?
etiquette. Well, it tastes like the Ecuadorian ceviche.
Right?
Prefiero este because it's got a little bit more flavor. I can taste like the sweetness, the citrusness a lot more in this one. I don't know if it's by design, but it was like kind of like what this was, but just on a, I don't know, just more flavorful.
Yeah, and it's more spicy, right?
Yeah.
You put any spicy spice in there?
We put a lot of spices here, and also because this is the juice that
Yeah.
cured all this fish,
Makes sense.
it's usually more citrusy, more limey than just the regular
Yeah.
Ecuadorian ceviche.
I like the intensity of the flavor. It wasn't overwhelming, but it was definitely a little bit more than the Ecuadorian ceviche.
Yeah.
It's intense and very bright,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
It's kind of like an attack.
Like a tiger attack?
Yeah, yes. And finally, we have what is called un tiradito, or tiradito is like little stretchy,
Little
or
stretchy.
like it's like tirado is like a throne, right? So it's because it's sliced raw fish with a little bit of sauce on top of it. Now, Peru has a lot of influence from Japanese immigrants, and so it has kind of the same tradition from sushi, for example.
Okay.
So it's raw fish, and we've brought 3 different types of tiradito with different sauces.
Okay.
So let's see which
Yeah.
one of these 3 tiraditos you prefer.
So it's completely raw, or is it cured in any
It
way?
is cured, but it's raw fish.
We don't mix them up. We eat them separately. Right?
Yeah, let's eat them separate and see what do you think. This is, I think, with ají amarillo, which is a very traditional sauce, and we're gonna have a little bit more of stuff with it. And this is with ají verde, I think. I think that's what it's called.
Yo prefiero este.
Yo prefiero este, el amarillo.
Me too.
Yo prefiero este.
Yeah. Yo prefiero el amarillo.
Muy bien, amarillo.
I think it's the most flavorful,
Yeah.
the yellow one. The other ones don't have that much of a flavor. I don't know. It's not too strong. It's not like the ceviche, you know? But they're all good.
Yeah?
And they remind me of sushi a lot.
Yeah?
The
Right.
sushi point was definitely true. It felt more like a sashimi dish. So it was a nice starter. I could see this definitely being the first thing you eat
Yeah.
before your full meal.
Right.
Sure.
So obviously, being fish, these are traditional dishes from the coast of both countries, and in the highlands of both Ecuador and Peru, we have dishes that are more potato based.
Right.
So we're going to have some papa.
Quiero patata.
Ajá, muy bien. ¿Tú quieres patatas? Bueno, tenemos patatas o papas.
Oh, papas.
What's the difference?
Papas. Well, usually the word patata is the way Spaniards know the potato, patata. But in South America and Latin America, we usually say la papa.
Nice. Yo quiero papa.
Muy bien. Ajá.
Yo también.
Let's bring the papas. ¿Dónde están las papas? Las papas.
Las papas.
Las papas.
Okay, muy bien. Gracias. Okay, we have 2 very special dishes from the highlands of Peru and Ecuador. First, we have the las papas a la huancaína, or huancayo style potatoes, and llapingachos. The papas a la huancaína are potatoes with a cheesy sauce and ají amarillo, or yellow spicy sauce. And the llapingachos are potato pancakes with cheese stuffed in the middle.
Sounds so good.
Can't put syrup on those,
They're
right?
both really good. One of them is from Peru, the other one's from Ecuador. Let's try it and tell me which one you think is from where.
Are you sure it's potato?
Does it not taste like potato?
It's like an egg. The egg in there too.
Yes, usually Good point. The papas de la huancaína are served usually with a hard-boiled egg on top.
Yeah,
On
that's
top.
nice.
It's served as a side or is it served as an appetizer?
Yeah.
They're good.
Alright, should I just eat this like it's a...
I mean, you can eat it as in any way you want.
Okay.
How do you
Usually,
eat it?
Is there a
usually?
traditional way?
usually you use a fork.
Oh, fork and knife, that's...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And usually the llapingachos can also be served with pork meat and a little bit of mote or hominy, but they could also just be served as starters.
This is good.
Is it normal potato or is it sweet potato?
It's a normal potato, just a regular potato, but it's flattened and then fried as a pancake. Not all llapingachos have this, but this one also has peanut-based sauce on top of it.
Ugly little peanut nose.
Do you know why it's orange?
Great question.
Take your time. Don't rush.
Yeah, you see that the color of the potato is a little bit orange?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is because the potato is done with a spice called achote. And achote is a special spice that is very orange, and it also has a lot of traditional background because it was used by a lot of different native peoples to either dye their hair, or dye their clothes, or
wow.
do makeup, and also for cooking.
Wow.
So in a lot of dishes in the Ecuadorian and Peruvian highlands, you'll see the use of achote to kind of give a little bit of more color to our dishes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's very vibrant, so...
It looks really good. Yeah.
Which one
¿Cuál
is
es ecuatoriana
Okay.
y cuál es peruana?
Creo. Esto es de Ecuador.
Ajá. Malcolm.
Esto es de Perú.
Muy bien. Ajá, el llapingacho es de Ecuador. Y las papas a la huancaína son de Perú. Easy to remember because the ají amarillo, this yellow sauce that they used here, very traditional for Peru.
It's common in other dishes. Well.
All right.
Yo prefiero este de Ecuador.
¿Sí?
Está bien.
Bien.
Sí.
Prefiero este de Perú.
¿Sí?
Malcolm prefiere el de Perú en todos.
Prefiero Perú.
He just hates you. That's why.
Yeah, I think this is a personal thing. Isn't
No
it?
me gustó.